questions to be asked because best player is definitely going to be an issue. So let's see. Because right now we're going into game 2. BTK at a 1-game deficit in a best-of-5, trying to get a win up against Outplay.
You know what? They definitely do need this win, because if we let Outplay go up 2-0, that could be disaster for BTK. That would be a huge momentum swing, right? Especially after giving them like that pressure effect air. They know they have a +1 on you. Even if you take the win the next series, they're still highly favored to be able to take it. I really feel like BTK needs to take it. It's almost a necessity, right, to keep their mental in check, keep the momentum. But look at this early rotation.
Oh, this is going to be a problem. T already very, very low. Is going to get the petrify. Going for the re-engage.
Oh, no.
That's the wrong way. Don't go that way. No. First blood. Over to the side of Outplay. Yato and Joybosh maybe looking to pick up something here, but more like just clear the wave. And with that, we got some nice targets on the board for best player already.
Maybe thinking a little too much of Yureshi, thinking they're both classy, traditional gentlemen, looking for the 1v1 Western style, but no, the rest of the team comes for that early rotation, coming to punish the XP, and that's huge tricks, especially because when you're talking about that first neutral objective, right, that turtle spawning in less than 40 seconds here, you have a bit of an issue now because T has taken a death. If he doesn't hit level 4 on time with that black dragon form, you can pretty much pack it up and ship it off about that first turtle and just let Outplay have it, because without that level 4, that YZ really can't offer much to you for that wall with him.
Yeah, I think at that point maybe T just knew he was going to die. He's like, let me try to get a minion here, something, and then I'll respawn fast and I can hide and run back to base. But HOOON's going to get a big pick onto Joybaj there. That's 2 kills already. Outplay being very aggressive. A much different game than what we saw last time.
Definitely a little bit different right now. Look at the pressure. This is another visit to the XP lane, but this time it's on the side of BTK trying to right the wrongs. But look at best player.
MobaZane a little bit of trouble. Best player's got to be careful against MobaZane because he's still going to pack a punch. If he gets a knock up on a best player while he's standing still or something, it could be a problem. Best player, look for MobaZane. The pull comes in. Can they get the finish? Best player goes down. Yato picking it up, and that's an important pick off for BTK. T holding up the aggression, trying to keep them away. Give this turtle over to the side of MobaZane. They just need to hold Shark and Yureshi at bay here. Shark and Yureshi, though, are coming in. Yureshi does have level 4. Gonna maybe look for that final hit. Can't quite get it. MobaZane able to take the turtle, but down goes HOOON. It's 2 for 2 now at this point. Down comes the Appraisal Wrath, but still not enough damage. Shark flickers in, finds a kill onto T, though. Now Joybaj and Yato forced to back off. A 1 for 2 trade over that turtle fight.
And you know what? I'm not mad at that because MobaZane's still able to pick it up. I was talking about, I thought maybe they'd be at a bit of a disadvantage, but able to correct those mistakes from earlier and pick up that objective. That's still huge. That's some nice momentum. And like you said, differing from last game, the first objective went into the hands of the best player on that Hellcare. But this time, MobaZane says, I'm going to get to the bag first this game.
Yeah, and they're actually keeping up with the farm of Outplay right now. And, like, don't get me wrong, Zane's got a great farming rate. His gold rate is amazing. BTK is known for having a pretty good gold discipline. But Outplay, on the other hand, has just been a little bit scaling above them throughout the season. But this time, BTK, once again, bringing a different light to this best-of-5, actually holding a small lead right now.
And you're talking about farming. Basic just locked in that corrosion scythe at around that 3.5 minute mark. So that's a nice buff to him, right? Picking up a nice core item from the gold lane, able to now maybe potentially add some damage. Best player right now doing a lot, but not a lot at the same time with that fan. He kind of just showing the cable mastery, I guess. But something else we're going to be showing and seeing. Turtle up in less than 20. BTK looks like they want to make a play here.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's playing pretty well around best player right now, and it's like he's hunting. He's looking for the usual mistakes that he's finding. He's checking that mid lane, seeing if Yato's sitting there, seeing if someone, he's looking for MobaZane. He goes through the tower, and with that, because he's not finding anyone, he's losing a little bit of time. You know, he's not able to farm as fast. Right now, BTK, MobaZane, he's able to clear his jungle already, and now he's able to look for picks. Luckily, Basic knows it's coming, so he backs off.
You know what, sticking it back and off here, keeping an eye on that bot side of the map. Yureshi is cutting that wave with the Fredrin. We might see him join in on this clash, and definitely before T can, because he's clearing in the middle of the wave. And there he goes. Yureshi's making his way with that Cyclone. We might catch us a 5v4, but T not too far behind.
Yeah, and he's got the Black Dragon. Here comes the full Divine Judgment.
Nice.
Player able to find Joybaj, who dropping the Feathered Airstrike, but MobaZane still holds position over this turtle. Yureshi got stopped in his place, but he's able to push T away. Shark in a little bit of trouble, though. Brought low. Best player able to find the turtle. It's another objective over to the side of Outplay. This time it's 1-1 for turtles on the map.
And that's a great grab for them. Very impressive, able to get out there and still put up a show. And like that, they gave themselves a little bit of a boost. Not too much, but every bit counts when you're talking about powerhouses in North America. It's all about getting out there and asserting dominance, and having a gold lead is a great way to do it. Outplay not going to let BTK stay comfortable for too long.
Yeah, Yato once again playing comfortable though in this early game, not sticking his neck out too much. He did the same thing last game, and he started to get a little too cocky. I feel like now that he's a little bit behind, maybe he'll smarten up. Hold on, wow. T gonna get popped off down on the boss side. Zane making his way down, maybe look for the wave clear. He's gonna dash to the tower, try to get that left jab over onto the minions. He's able to clear the wave and protect that tower, luckily.
You know, it's funny. I was actually going to say something about best player not having a pop-off game, if you will. Normally, at this point, he's picked up at least 4, maybe 5 kills. But he's at a respectable 2. And for the side of BTK, kind of like that. But hang on, flash.
Did you see, hold on, did you see that big whiff from Yato? He popped through a manipulation the wrong way. Someone's going to flip that. Someone's going to find it. Way Zane on a best player, forcing him out of the jungle. I think did he take that purple buff? I think he took that purple buff.
I would love to see if we could get an eye on...
eye on best player would be nice right now, but anyways, over to the mid side. MobaZane will be working. I'm sure we'll see in just a second. They are going to be able to clear this wave, but I just saw, I think it was just the turtle buff around best player, not the purple. Yeah, no purple for best player right now.
Huge from MobaZane to be able to take that purple buff. And kind of what I was talking about kind of keeping best player in check. He's not having the great... Ooh, hold up. Back up.
T's falling behind. Now he's going to get pulled in possibly. Luckily, does have the Black Dragon. Go home, T. Go home. Give up the tower. Go home, T.
This is bad.
He decides to stay, but HOON and Yureshi are still here.
Best player.
I'm waiting for best player.
Oh,
swinging in like Tarzan, and he gets away.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Wow. Man, by the skin of his teeth, he almost overstayed that too far, but Yureshi...
not only that, Basic able to take that tower up top. Yureshi, always the looming threat, sitting at 1-0 and 2, and that's a good spot for him. This veteran's going to start getting thick, going to start getting meaty, going to once again be holding down the front side, and BTK are going to have to worry about that. Once again, the 1v1. MobaZane up against BTK. Zane able to take the turtle. Will get pulled in, though, in a little bit of trouble. And in comes Joy Bosch, the Fatal Links. Shark taken out, but able to get away. Now, everybody disengages, but BTK secure the 3rd turtle.
That's right. Count them up, man. Those are some great objective securing from BTK side, specifically into the hands of MobaZane, man. He's been keeping up and sometimes seeming even better than best player out here, at least as far as retribution goes. It's still pretty even in between both of these teams, but speaking of even, man, we finally get a moment to look at some of these items. And something interesting here to look at is T. He went for the Rose Gold here for the first item, as a kill gets picked up down on the bot side, and that is so unorthodox. Then following it up with the anti-Curus, he's not looking for damage, he's looking for sustain, but hang on.
Yeah, ISO trying to see if they got sustain, looking for the Blaze of Duet, doing a lot of damage on a Basic. Wind of Nature does come out though. ISO trying to get the outplay, but he's not able to do it because the gang is there. Outplay, save the day, basically picks it up.
Basically having their way right now. Best player!
Oh. There's the cables we wanted to see, Deku. There's the cables we wanted to see.
There it goes. And, you know, base player is such an anomaly. We're getting towards that mid-game. He should start to taper off a little bit, but it seems like he's starting to pick up for whatever reason. That's even after losing out on some of those neutrals, losing out on a purple buff, and not really having a snowball type of game. And he's still showing why he is so dominant and why so many teams fear this Fanny. This might be a setback for BTK.
Yeah, but BTK, during all this chaos, because we've just been jumping around all over the place, mid tower does go down for Outplay. And taking a look at the gold, just like last game, when BTK never got too far ahead, Outplay also has not gotten too far ahead. It's just below a 2,000 gold lead. BTK definitely still in this, and around this 9-minute mark, MobaZane should start packing a punch here.
He definitely should. You're talking about around that 9-minute mark.
What happened?
Wow.
Where'd he go?
Delete it, man. It was like a magic trick.
I just noticed the death counter. Yato's down, I guess. Laying on the ground on the mid side. Best player hunted down ISO as well. The Lord is up now.
Ooh, JoyBaj looking to make a move potentially, but you know what? Talking about that 9-minute mark, basically locked in that golden staff. He's at that 3-item power spike. He has the Wind of Nature, has corrosion, and the golden staff. He's looking to put on some damage in the next team fight here.
Yeah, they got to be careful for him, and that's why JoyBaj doesn't pop that ultimate on Yureshi. He knows, just like you said during the draft, he knows who he needs to find. He needs to find Basic, he needs to find HOOON, find somebody important here. If not, get 2 more, and the rest of the team better be able to clean up those 2 players. Lord down to about half health, the best player still up, full energy bar, ready to go. He's had his Wheaties this morning, he wants to play. MobaZane here as well, though, got the passive ready to proc. The wall wiggle entertainment is here. Let's see who comes out on top. Best player swinging through. Tarzan on the ropes. Watch out for the tree because he's coming soon. Waiting for the hit into the backside. Yato in a bad spot. Able to get the shield from that ultimate. Able to just get away, but the Lord will get reset. And down in the boss side, T having a 1v1 up against Yureshi. JoyBaj looking for HOOON. There it is. Best player goes down to the top side. ISO able to find it, but we don't see it on camera. That's okay because he's long gone by now. Yureshi now on the backside in between 3 members. BTK gonna find another one. ISO putting the kill into his pocket and walking away.
My goodness, and those 2 kills are huge. He went 0-1, now he's 2-1, and I actually believe he got a shutdown there, did he not? Overthrow best player? That's some huge economy boost over the goal lane for BTK. This is exactly what they need. We're talking about what else they need. How about an extra team member? That's 5 players plus 1 with the Lord. We're talking about a 6v5, all members on the map here. Trex, things could get dicey for the side of Outplay.
And once again, when all the chaos is happening, Outplay loses another tower, the tier 2 in the bottom side now. So they got a big open wave. Here comes the Lord, marching on down. BTK, I think, want to try to hold the mid side here. Take away this tier 2 in the mid, maybe on the top, but Outplay knows it's coming.
And you know what else is coming? The conceal play Trex. Don't stop now.
Ooh, JoyBaj moving around the right side, looking for the back line. Yureshi will get spotted, so now at least they have vision. A little bit of a waste of that conceal, but they do take the tower. HOOON dropping the feather airstrike. MobaZane closes the distance, gets the hit, looking for the finish. HOOON in a bad spot. This is revenge, but no revenge yet. Not today, but there goes Basic. MobaZane picks up the kill. BTK on the rise right now. Best player decides not. Maybe I don't want to move in onto this, but now they're going to move in because BTK are taking the handles of this car. They do decide to back off, though. No inhibitor down just yet. Best player swinging in. JoyBaj looking for a little bit more ISO with the Blazing Duet, trying to get some chip damage down. More minions coming down to the boss side. BTK gonna switch maneuver. T with the Black Dragon trying to zone them back. Can they take this base turret? But in comes Best player, finds Yato, looking for another one. T very low. Double. Best player finds the double, looking for the triple. JoyBaj in a little bit of trouble here. Shark pops a conceal play. He's on the chase. ISO needs to get out of town quick along with MobaZane, and they're just able to. No base turret down yet.
And the energy is electric right now. Trex, you can feel it, but it's not over still.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage on Yureshi. MobaZane is able to do it. Speedy Light Wheel comes down, and down goes MobaZane. Shark picking up the kill. Down goes that tier 3 tower. It's looking very reminiscent of game number 1. BTK have it by the horns, but Outplay outclasses them once again. BTK doesn't want to let it happen, though, just like last time. JoyBaj looking for a possible finish, trying to get the stun. ISO able to pick up the killing spree. Shark might just be next. Basically knows it's coming, and he's able to help out the teammates to get away.
That was some of the most back and forth action I've seen in a long time there, Trex. I don't know how you're holding up, how those lungs are staying strong right now, but
feeling good.
Outplay at BTK. I'm feeling great, man. Hey, I think we're all feeling great. You, me, both of these teams, and even everyone watching. This series is exactly what we expected. A dog fight, man. It's been a bloodbath since Series 1 from minute 1. Matter of fact, make it second one, and these teams are trying again to assert that dominance. BTK made a couple mistakes, right? In that last kind of bit of a clash, a little bit of skirmish. They were on a hot run for a minute. Finding towers, finding kills, almost took the high ground, but of course, Outplay able to respond, right? Able to even things up just a little bit. BTK still has a lot of map control, right? 5-3. Gold is even. Lord spawning in. They need to be careful. They need to find some good position. Speaking of positioning, someone out.
Ooh, ISO able to pop that Wind of Nature and get away. Comes in clutch in the nick of
That's
time.
huge.
Now best players got to go back to base.
But
But Outplay's ready, right? They're sitting at the base. They're sitting at the Lord. The rest of the team.
Oh no.
Best player can kind of do whatever he wants. Wait a second. MOBAZANE goes down, instantly shredded. Yato bringing out the real manipulation T. Able to take a tower though on the top side. I think he's going to keep on hammering in. Needs to try to do some damage. Back to the Lord Pit though. Yureshi does find Yato. Able to push him away. Joybaj able to get freeze and mobilize HOOON. Hitting some shots from a distance. Brings down the bombs. Joybaj able to get the Fatal Links onto several members, but no one's there to capitalize. Yato now on the run, and T backed off from Basic up on the top side. This Lord is getting low, and there's no wretched for BTK, so it should be another Lord to the side of Outplay.
And this is heart-wrenching, man. It seems like time and time again when BTK is right there, Outplay moves the goalpost a little bit more. Got to be a little bit faster than that, man. And BTK just keeps stumbling and tumbling. It's almost there, man. It's so close. They just have to tighten up things. Oh no, another one.
Not again. Zane, you're going to get bombed down. This is bad. Will he be able to get away? The burn, not able to get the finish. Able to escape with just his life. If he would have got taken out there, it could have been a G because Lord is still coming. Outplay trying to outclass game 2.
Yeah, man, if he would have failed, that definitely would have been a 6v4, and we all know basic math, I hope, and that would have not have been a great equation for BTK to be able to stay in this game and maintain and potentially win. But again, like you said, that Lord is here. You can still play those tricks. We might see an engage from Bosch. Uh-oh, they found a target.
He does find Yureshi. Fatal Links comes in, but the bombs are dropping on the side from HOOON.
Oh, no.
MOBAZANE taken out. Basic able to pick it up, but ISO does find Yureshi. Jungler for the side of EXP. Best player on the top side. Lord still coming. Once again, he locks onto the base just like game 1. They got to stop it here. Lord still there. They got to try to get the finish, but ISO's not there to help with the melting. Luckily, they will be able to defend this, but HOOON and the rest of the team are closing in on the bot side. Game 2 on the edge of the mountain. Joybot just spawning up, looking for a possible pick. T there as well. Russian comes in. HOOON pops Winter Truncheon. They're able to find Basic, but the immortality comes out, and he will be able to get away from this. Best player back in the fray of things. Decides to back off, but waves are coming from all over the place, and BTK just wants to defend. They're trying, they're hanging, they're swinging, and they'll live to see another wave.
Speaking of swinging, man, this is swinging either way. When it looks like BTK has it, Outplay says no. Outplay almost getting it done. Best player, almost like a thief in the night without the darkness falls, almost pulled another play to go ahead and look for the back door, but BTK able to pull a last-minute defense and keep them from ending that game and keeping us here a little bit longer. And that's exactly what we want. Speaking of what we want, let's take a second here to look at some of these items. Most of the players here starting to lock in to those final items here. But speaking of final,
a lot of damage onto Shark. Real world manipulation does come out. Shark forced to use the flicker.
Best player?
The best player into the backside. Look for ISO once again. He does use that Wind of Nature, but here comes basically Speedy Light Wheel. Whole lot of damage on a Joybaj. Brought down to about 10%. He needs to get back to base. He does still have that immortality utility. MOBAZANE also teleports back to base as well. Lord gonna be up in 24 seconds. Outplay holding about a 5,000 gold lead right now.
You know something? My goodness. You mean to tell me HOOON didn't already have that holy crystal? He's been sending napalm strikes out there with this Farsa, and he just picked that up. He's been doing that damage without this item, and I have to tell you, Tricks, with that Lord spawning in, this is scary hours, man. You have HOOON, one of the best, if not the best mage in the game, on this high ground, this artillery Farsa for this evolved Lord. He has great positioning. He's only died one time, has the Purify if he does get caught out, and now with that new power spike, that new item spike, he could really make some dangerous plays, man. Really burst out a single target from BTK, and that's all they need, especially with best player who's almost been able to pick up the kills. He's almost getting it every single time. Almost. Very close. The Wind of Nature from ISO, but if you drop the Feather Airstrike with the steel cables, man, you can't defend both with the Wind of Nature. They might be able to make a play. Speaking of plays, look at ISO here.
Best player looking for somebody, hunting right now. Joybaj will switch positions, and they're trying to move on to MOBAZANE as well, up by the Lord Pit. Both teams still at a standstill. talked about electricity, you talked about energy, and it is definitely in the air right now because this Lord will most likely decide game 2. Conceal play is coming out, looking for Yureshi possibly. Anybody at this point, but they're not able to connect. That is a utility down as well. So let's take a look at Outplay. They're trying to get a sandwich here. Shark misses it. That's another utility down for them. No Divine Judgment. MobileZane gets the sandwich himself. HOOON dropping down the bombs. Doybaj very low, able to get the fatal links. MobileZane maybe looks for the finish, decides not to engage. Best player to the backside. ISO instantly deleted. Don't know where it happened, don't know how, but he's gone. Lord now into the favor of the side of Outplay. BTK, MobileZane, is he going to try to go in for the steal on this? T does have the Black Dragon, but it's getting brought down way too fast. They're not going to go for it. They're not going to do it. They're going to see if they can defend.
That was so anticlimactic from ISO, man. I know Sprint is kind of the glue that goes with Claude, but I know in that moment he wished he had Purify, because as soon as he jumped in with that BMI Yureshi taunt pop-up and that damage we were talking about from HOOON, picking up that Holy Crystal, that's the magic trick that you saw delete that man out of existence and send him up here with us at the caster Destress.
You know, BTK, I get it, they put up some great fights, but great fights in a game do not matter if you can't get the win, and Yato brought down to about 10% already. ISO looking for Yureshi here, but here comes best player to the backside. Everyone gonna get dragged in, whole lot of chaos. Able to get the Petrify, but he still goes down to Shark. MobileZane waiting for a time to strike. Mega kill from HOOON onto Joybot. Shark gonna move onto the base. Best player gonna lock it down, and the damage is just too fast. Outplay taken game number 2.
Victory!
And man, oh man, Trex, we were talking about this outcome. Going up 2-0 in favor